Our hiring plan was run 100% in a spreadsheet. It was a finance-owned spreadsheet, worked with recruiting leads, but we were at an inflection point where we were on the cusp of hypergrowth mode, and our processes, we could tell, were just unsustainable. Hiring is just dynamic. There's quick approval flows, things like that you need, none of which you could really do in a spreadsheet. There's no real-time data. The spreadsheet is stale the second you kind of put numbers in there.
There's two pieces. So the first was we had an incredibly manual process with spreadsheets that went back and forth from multiple parties, and there was never an opportunity to get real-time information. Recruiting changes every minute that goes by. Any information that you put into a spreadsheet completely becomes stale the next minute because the nature of our work moved so quickly. The other challenge that we had is we needed to be able to pivot as a business very, very quickly. And in order to get the information that we needed to make those decisions, it involved a lot of lookups and pivot tables and things that we were never really sure, like, was the information 100% accurate because it was all manual? And in that, we couldn't run reporting fast enough to be able to make those decisions.
Headcount needs to get approved, even if it was kind of approved for the budget year. There's still approvals that need to happen as you open up roles throughout the actual operational hiring process. That basically existed in a comment in a spreadsheet. Hey, I want to open this up, and then it's maybe a back channel Slack conversation. Almost impossible to track from a central finance perspective.
TeamOhana is a single source of truth. We really have pivoted to Greenhouse being how we engage with candidates and how we post jobs and how we correspond with them, where we allow sort of the back-end information when it comes to compensation data and job levels and reporting relationships. While that all sits in Greenhouse, we report out of it from TeamOhana.
Every manager gets access to TeamOhana when they are onboarded. So we probably have anywhere 60, 70, 80 active users of TeamOhana at any point. And I think that has been a huge plus, because having the ability to bring people into the system, the same place where the executives are looking at it, it's been hugely helpful to our process.
I mean, there's obviously the time save, right? Like the amount of time that it saves team members, but then with that time, we can have more meaningful conversations. I remember there was a time pre-using this solution where we would have to sit and go, line by line, well, what about this one? And is this one really that? And this allows us to have more time to have meaningful conversations about, okay, this is what this is going to mean in terms of costs, and this is what this is going to mean in terms of backfill rate versus incremental hires.
I think the flexibility and real-time view, I think those are the biggest kind of aspects of things that you gain from TeamOhana versus an FP&A tool. We do everything in TeamOhana because that's where all the stakeholders live. And so I think it's enabled us to be more dynamic versus what our current FP&A tool can do.
There's something magical about having it all in one space where people can see. And this is that ability to better manage that, which of course in turns into better managing costs to make sure that we're hiring the right amount of capital and the right type of capital.